Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Jack here from Voice Manager, and welcome to another predictions video. So, just before we get into this video, if you do want to comment down below what you think the predictions will be, then we can, see if we're going to be close or not. So, I've seen me looking up there. It's just my Xbox is on. Alright, let's just sort that out. Right then, so we're going old school again, guys. We're writing down the notes. Don't know how well you can see them. This is a bit awkward because I've got my phone. I'm recording on my phone, and then I've got my laptop camera, which is really poor quality, behind that, so I can see what I look like in the camera. As this one doesn't have a selfie camera, so yeah, we'll have to just make do. So yeah, I've just got really rough, scruffy notes here, so nothing interesting to really, for me to show you, if you did see it or not. Anyway, so, less talking, more, get on with the video. So, last week, which the games were played on the Tuesday, I think, was that transfer deadline day, and the Wednesday, I didn't get any right. I don't even think I guessed the right team to win, and I guessed the right team to win in one game. Like, what is that? One game. But anyway, we're gonna have to just hopefully get a better well, run of results next week. Just one sec. I'm just gonna sort out that lamp because it's really doing my head in. Right then, so I've just sorted that out. Now let's get on in to these, to the predictions. Right then, so Arsenal and Watford, that's going to be 2-1 to Arsenal, it was 2-1 to Watford. Bournemouth and Palace, going to be 2-1 to Bournemouth, it was 2-0 to Palace. Burnley and Leicester, going to be 2-1 to Leicester, it was 1-0 to Burnley. Middlesbrough and West Brom, I said it would be 2-0 to West Brom, it was 1-1. Sunderland and Tottenham, I said it would be Tottenham 4, Sunderland 0, it was 0-0, which was one of the shocks of the weekend. Swansea and Southampton, I said it would be 2-1 to Southampton, it was 2-1 to Swansea. Liverpool and Chelsea, I said it would be 2-1 to Chelsea, it was 1-0. West Ham and Man City, so it'll be 2-1 Man City, it was 4-0 Man City. I actually saw something where it said, with Dimitri Payet, with Dimitri Payet, West Ham lost 5-0 against City. Without Dimitri Payet, they won 4-0. So it just shows, when Dimitri Payet plays, they lose by one more goal every time. Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. It's not true. It's just pure coincidence, but I thought it was quite funny. Man United and Hull. So I predicted Man United to win at 3-0. That's actually 0-0. That was another shock of the midweek games. I'm not sure if I said weekend earlier on. If I did, I didn't mean to. And for the final game of the midweek fixtures, I predicted Everton to win 2-1 against Stoke, and that was 1-1. So let's hope for a better week. This weekend, a better run of predictions. I've not really been doing too well with the predictions. I did say I was going to make a table to show you guys, but I just really haven't got round to it. Like, I've been really busy with college and stuff. I know you might be sick of us saying that now, but it's the truth. Also, sorry if you can hear my family in the background. Well, they've got the right to be, to make noise in their own house if they want. Anyway, yeah, I was going to make a sort of a leaderboard, like, table of how I'm doing, but I'll show you that towards the end of the season. So, Chelsea and Arsenal, I'm going to say Chelsea will win that on 2-1. I think they're just in absolute fantastic form of late, and I just think that they'll win another game 2-1 against Arsenal. They're one of their fierce rivals. Palace and Sunderland are going to go Palace 1, Sunderland 0. I just think it's another bottom of the table scrap. I just think that'll be the scoreline for that game. Everton and Bournemouth. I'm going to go with Everton to win that one 2-1. Recently, there's been quite a few, close encounters between Everton and Bournemouth, but I think Everton will be the victors there at Goodison Park for that one. Hull and Liverpool, I'm going to go with Hull 1, Liverpool 3. Even though Hull did come off the back of a 0-0 against Manchester United, I still think that, Liverpool haven't really been playing well. Maybe it's not a sensible result, but I just think Liverpool, when they're in form, they can just smash anyone apart. So I think for that alone, I think, if they've got their head screwed on, they've got Saudi and Mane back from the African Cup of Nations, I think they'll demolish Hull. I keep saying Hull are going to get demolished, and then they don't. But if the teams that they play against play to their full potential, I think that they will get smashed. And I can't tell whether the team's going to turn up or not. I just have to hope, really. So yeah, just to recap: Hull 1, Liverpool 3. I'm going to predict for the game. Southampton and West Ham. I'm going to go Southampton 1, West Ham 2. I think that West Ham will pick up from that 4-0 drubbing against City. I think they'll pick up from that, and they will beat Southampton, who have bought actually Gabbiadini, who I didn't really play with him much on FIFA or ever see him play, but he looks like a really interesting player, and a player who I think might work in my style of play. But yeah, that could be interesting. Maybe try and draft him into my BPL squad next year on FIFA 17, because obviously he's going to be FIFA 18. Sorry, obviously he's going to be inflated because of the new transfer. I never really have that many coins, but you never know. You never know. I'm thinking of doing a sort of Ultimate Team based series if I can get my capture card sorted. So yeah, you might see him in there. So, yeah, just to recap, Southampton 1, Southampton 1, West Ham United 2, I'm going to say for that one. Watford and Burnley, I'm going to go with 1-0 for that game. Both coming out, with good results from their midweek fixtures. Watford could have ruined Arsenal's season with a 2-1 win at the Emirates Stadium. And Burnley against last year's champions, who, like, if you say to someone who didn't watch last year's Premier League, or didn't have any sort of knowledge of football, or they weren't bothered with football, and they kind of knew what's good and what's bad, and you showed them last year's Leicester, the champion winning side, and then you show them this year's Leicester, it'll be as if they're seeing two. They would think that's two completely different teams. Two teams that, one's like a relegation side, and one's a really top European team. Which they were last season, and they are now. Kind of, I just summed it up, but they would think that they're two like polar opposite teams, and they're not going to be half wrong with the way that they're playing. And it's just shocking to think that last year's English champions are struggling to, consolidate a mid-table side this year, mid-table position. I mean, one of my friends did ask me if I think that Leicester would still win the league if all the big teams were on form, like Chelsea weren't on form, Arsenal really weren't on form, Manchester United weren't, on form. They got Europa League. City were lucky to be in the Champions League. He said if they were playing how they're playing this season, do you think that Leicester would have won the league? And I don't think they would have, really, in my opinion. I think it's all, now the big teams like Chelsea and Arsenal, not so much. They were on form, now they're dropping off. It's this kind of year for Arsenal. But yeah, I think if Chelsea played the way that they play now, last season, then it would have been, Leicester would be a different story. They might have finished in the top 4, but they wouldn't have won it if Chelsea were playing the way that they're playing now. So yeah, anyway, I think what am I on? I'm kind of confused. I think I was on Watford and Burnley, right? For some reason, I went on a rant about how Leicester wouldn't win the league if the big teams were on form. I don't know how I got onto that, but I did. Anyway, I think I was on Watford and Burnley. I went for 1-1 in that game. Anyway, West Brom and Stoke. I'm going to have West Brom to win that one 2-1. You know, two mid-table sides each year. You know, they play good football now. You know, sometimes they play good, sometimes they're not playing good. And West Brom, when I went to see them against Sunderland, they were playing good. And I think that they'll beat Stoke at the Hawthorn Stadium. Yep, that's what it's called. So for Tottenham and Middlesbrough, I'm going to go Tottenham 3, Middlesbrough 0. Tottenham did have a scare in the cup against Adebayo Akinfenwa's nearly had a scare, should I say, against Adebayo Akinfenwa's Wickham side, but they managed to find their way out of that mess. And I think that they'll breeze aside Middlesbrough. City and Swansea. I'm going to have Man City to win that one 3-0. They just got class, and as I said, if they turn up, then they'll beat any side, and I think they'll beat Swansea 3-0 at the Etihad Stadium. And for the final game of the episode, Leicester and Man United. I'm going to have Leicester 1, Manchester United 2. I think, as I did mention earlier on, I think Leicester are struggling in the league as opposed to last season. I think they'll pick up another loss. So yes, that is all for today's video. If you did enjoy this video, a like would be much appreciated. Subscribe if you are new around here. We're going to try and aim to get 100 subscribers as soon as possible, really. And if you want to contribute to that, hit the subscribe button either up there or down there. And yeah, leave a like if you did enjoy this video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.